Canadian rescue teams were racing around the clock trying to rescue the 5 members of a group that went down in a submersible that has been missing since Sunday.
What's up, you beautiful people? How you doing? Welcome back. I don't remember the last time I done did this, but I got the game room set up, right? Today is not such a good conversation. This one's a little bit sad, man. And I figured I'd talk to y'all because I can't get it off my mind. And that's what vlogs about, right? That's what this channel's about. We just gonna chat it up. But unfortunately, I want to talk about that submarine. I've been seeing some ridiculous TikToks and videos and stuff like that lately that's just been driving me crazy because unfortunately, like, you know, it's not funny, it's not a game. I heard there's like a couple billionaires on there. One of the billionaires is reportedly from Pakistan, and he got his son on there with him, and the internet will always be the internet. So yesterday, first 2 days, people going crazy. First day and a half, people going crazy. Oh my gosh, this is so sad. What are we gonna do? Oh, the Coast Guard, the military can do this, they can do that. And now today, for me, it's Wednesday, and now they're, oh, why are we wasting all these, this money? Why are we wasting all this, these planes and all this resources? It's not our problem. They're billionaires. They should have never been down there. All that kind of stuff, right? And I think, like, okay, now it's a little funny because that wasn't the problem before. That wasn't the issue. Now all of a sudden that's an issue we care about. You know, like, I hate how we can focus on something for the first 2 seconds and then after that it's not important anymore. So I figured, you know, let me come on here, let me talk to you guys and let me know, you know, in the comments below, what do you guys think? Do you think it's a smart option? Do you think it's a stupid option? Do you think that, and I wanted to react to some of them, but I don't even want to get copywritten, man. Like, it's not even worth it. I got 2 copyright strikes now for no reason. I've been contacting YouTube and also contacting the individuals as well that put out the strike. But again, YouTube don't like TikTok, and I promise you, TikTok don't like YouTube. If you cross upload from those platforms, it is going to bring you way crazy hella trouble, and it's not even worth it. All right, so again, not that I also want to fact check, but I want to make sure some of the information I put out is as correct as possible, and it's not just me pulling stuff out of my butt. No one knows because the case is still ongoing. Information changes, and new details are always found out. Okay, so this one is from USA Today. When I woke up this morning, I heard that there were sounds that were found, all right? So it is the missing Titanic submersible. There's a submersible that can hold up to 5 occupants that they charge people $250,000 a ticket to go down and view the Titanic. So I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. $250,000, $250,000. You would know it's only people with the money that's going to be doing this stuff. So it went down. There's a lot of stories that came out. I know a lot of you guys have been seeing it as well. But the submersible has had issues. It came back up, it went back down, or lost signal. It's controlled by like a $30 looking PlayStation remote. The guy who builds them has experience in that field, so hey, you know. And also, everyone, this is the part now, everyone who get on there signed a waiver, read the waivers. They're billionaires, right? So I'm pretty sure they have lawyers that can go through this information. This isn't the first time. I think this sub is a couple years old, so it's been on multiple trips before. So it's built up enough. Now that the situation happened, everyone's coming out the woodwork saying, "Oh, I would have got on it, but my friend told me don't do it," and another submarine expert said I would never do it in a million years, and everyone's running to the news and making their own videos and la-di-da-di everybody. So you know how it happens. No one speaks up, something goes wrong. All of a sudden, everyone has something to say. So I'll read you what it says on USA Today. It says underwater noises were detected, and rescue efforts were expanded Wednesday in the search for a missing Titanic submersible carrying 5 passengers. The Coast Guard officially said on Wednesday, and the expert submariners from the British Royal Navy, a team of French ROV specialists, and more ships and underwater vessels were joining the search, said Captain Jamie Fredericks, the first Coast Guard District Response Coordinator, in the new conference Wednesday afternoon. I thought today was Wednesday. Damn. Okay, yeah, it is. Wow. The days are flying by. There's a search was expanded exponentially across a surface area roughly 2 times the size of Connecticut and 2.5 miles deep, he said. All right. There is an enormous complexity associated with this case due to the location being so far offshore and the coordinates between multiple agencies and nations. The 22-foot submersible was carrying passengers to a Titanic wreck site. All right. And it says when it lost contact with the ship Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday were like less than 24 hours. They said it had 96 hours of oxygen on there. Got lost Sunday evening within an hour and 45 minutes of their dive. So they said, hey, Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, so Thursday morning, tomorrow morning, I think it's more going to move from a save to more of a recovery time, because if everything works on that plane, on that submersible, the carbon monoxide machine and the oxygen tanks they said they had in the floorboards, if all those are working properly, they have 96 hours. Who knows if they went down with a full set? Who knows if those machines were working or not? So, noise was heard earlier on Wednesday, and then it stopped after a while. So those are things that are changing, ever changing, and the experts are going back and forth from all different kind of agencies, making guesstimations where they could be if this happens, if that happens, because there's so much work to find them. But what are we going to do when we find them? Those questions haven't been really answered. It takes 2 hours for them to get down there. They're under 20 hours, so you discover them. You need to find and utilize some kind of equipment that can go down, attach something, pull something. They said, I heard words of magnets, other submersibles, robotic submersibles that can connect stuff, hopefully, or free them up so that way they can come up if they were stuck on a Titanic. But again, being 16,000 or 1,600 meters down, I want to say, yeah, I'll find the distance in here later on when I go through this article, but they're so far down. There's only a few amount of things that can make it down there, so that information is already like scarce and ridiculous. And I said I want to post a lot of information that I'm seeing, but the copyright out here is super strong and someone's gonna get on me. So all my work in my channel is honestly not worth it. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll put the link in the description to this article. Live updates by USA Today, CNN, all Fox, whoever, everyone's talking about it right now. It's a super big deal. So make sure you jump on the internet, and if you want to read more into it, go on YouTube, which you're on the platform, and check out other videos that may have the rights to show that stuff. I do not, and I'm not about to get copywritten. All right, so this is a few about the onboard, right? It's a British adventurer, 2 members of a Pakistan business family, and a Titanic expert and CEO of Ocean Gates. That's a company that takes tourists under. Privately owned Washington-based company that operates the vessel. 5 vessels on the ocean surface were searching for the submersible called Titan, and 5 more were expected to join the search, Frederick said. Underwater, 2 remote operating vehicles were searching, and several more were en route and expected to arrive by Thursday morning. He said aircraft also were searching throughout the day, flying around, checking the surface, dropping their sonar buoys, checking, all those different things. Although the RV search have yielded negative results, they continue, Frederick said. The vessels were redirected Tuesday after multiple aircraft detected underwater noises in the area. Navy acoustic analysis were studying the sounds, which were heard again on Wednesday, to make sure it wasn't like debris pipe bunk, hitting on something, or coming from a boat, or coming from another vessel or some kind of metal underneath the water, trash, sea trash, just knocking on each other. So they have analysis, people out there to analyze the sounds and say, okay, hey, this is someone hitting. There's a pattern to it. This is a human, not just the waves crashing. So just a bunch of different stuff, which is pretty cool. He says, so we don't know where they are. That said Fredericks. The good news is we're searching the area where the noises were detected. All right, so hopefully they narrowed it down. Says Carl Hartfield, director of the Woodhull Oceanographic Institute. Excuse me. Oceanographic Institute said sounds have been described as banging noises. He urged caution and said sounds like aren't human-made may sound as they are. Untrained might sound like human noise to untrained ears. It's very difficult and discerning when the source of all the noises are. At times, he said, nothing has been ruled out. Meanwhile, there are limited rations aboard the vessel. He said experts fear that the submersible had only a day's supply of oxygen left. Any decisions about changing the search and rescue mission to recovery mission would involve discussions with the family. When you're in the middle of a search and rescue case, it is always good to have hope, right? The news outcome, more information, emerging by experts attempting to warn OceanGate about the perils of its operation. Documents show the employees were warned might be a safety problem posed by the way from an experimental vessel that was developed, so it's an experimental vessel. You shouldn't have civilians in it. Continue to do your test. Put your life at risk, but don't put other people's life at risk for $250,000 a ticket. So that's where they're going to get harsh stuff at. But like I said, until they're found, dead or alive, we shouldn't go into all this. Oh, they've been sued. They have open lawsuits. Here's all the dirt. But this is America. This is the world. We jump on the internet and do crazy things like this all the time. So it was a Canadian vessel, Canadian aircraft that heard the noise. On CBS News, the Coast Guard 1st District Commander, Rear Admiral John, said that there's a lot of metal and different objects in the water around the site. So, hey, don't keep your hopes super high, but this is what's going on. 3 vessels arrived on the scene Wednesday morning, the U.S. Coast Guard said on Twitter. The John Cabot has side-scanning sonar capabilities and is conducting search patterns along the Vinland and Atlantic. All right, sorry, my reading, y'all. Coast Guard says side scan sonar is used to detect and image objects on the sea floor. According to the object, oceanic and so pretty much there's a lot more entities in the civilian world than there is in the military right now to help out. There's a lot of research facilities, research vessels that have all kind of crazy high-speed military grade equipment that can do a lot for economic reasons, right? There or checking for whales and scanning for dolphins and the sea floor to see if there's any tectonic shifts. And now they're actually using it in conjoining with the military and different agencies around the world to search for this submarine or the submersible, right? So that's pretty cool to see everybody coming together to actually see what they can do. They said the Titan's about 8 feet high, 9 feet wide, 22 feet long, and weighs 23,000 pounds, according to OceanGate website. Shows people seated in the ground in a small open space with the legs crossed. Scientists write that David Pugh previously said the vessels has about as much room as a minivan. All right, so like I said, it's about minivan size, but it's big, it's heavy. And OceanGate operator said there is 3 5-person submarines and says it has completed at least 14 expeditions and more than 200 dives in the Pacific, Atlantic, and Gulf of Mexico, according to the website. Unlike submarines, which are fully autonomous, submersibles have limited power reserves, so they require a support ship that can launch and recover them. So this one can hold people. It's not fully autonomous, it's not fully robotic. People can get inside, so it's going to be limited on air, limited on how long it could go down, limited on how deep it can go, And of course, the biggest thing, I have no experience in this field, but the 17 bolts from the outside to get in or to get out from the support ship above. So even if they floated to the top, they still can't get any oxygen until the ship is found. I don't know. It's a lot. That's what I'm saying. It's definitely a lot going on here. Let's talk about how much oxygen is left, okay? So, underwater robot has started searching the vicinity. We talked about a C-130. Saying that remote location 900 miles off of Cape Cod, up to 13,000 feet below the sea. Whoo! Makes the pursuit incredibly complex, right? Tuesday, 10,000 square foot miles have been searched. Coast Guard in Boston was combined with the ocean surface and below water using tools including sonar technology and aircraft itself. The carbon fiber and titanium submersible had 96 hours of oxygen supply, and that was 6 a.m. on Sunday. So do the math, 96 hours later, that's what we're looking at. Thursday will probably, again, tomorrow turn it into a not search and rescue, but a recovery. And they said it's strictly on the family. If you guys want to hear more about this, I will definitely upload more. But this is a sad story. I hope that you guys keep their family and close loved ones in their prayers. TikTok, I just been seeing some really toxic stuff lately, and I wanted to, talk about it, man, because it's a sad time, it's a sad day, and I think we should definitely just love one another and keep that open mind rather than just being so negative and toxic. I've been seeing a lot of that on the internet. But until next time, guys, sorry for the sad video, but you're not watching I Stay Josh, and stay blessed, stay safe. Make sure you tell everybody you love them, man. Peace.
Hey, hey, it's kinda hard to keep up, moving all around the world. It's kinda hard to stay focused, I'm seeing different girls. She acting like she don't notice, I'm trying to get to her. Hey, tell her that I'm feeling her, don't let her go, I'm missing her. No, it ain't no Chelsea, I wanna get the kissing her. Let me chill and back it up before I get my feelings hurt. Be too caught up in my thoughts, I don't